As you can probably tell, there is not a lot going on here between my ears. But what I do know is that I've driven this car and it defies all laws of physics for a front-wheel drive car. It has 324 pounds-feet of torque, but it doesn't torque steer. The reason that they say is because it has something called a revo knuckle. I don't know what a revo knuckle is, but this man does. This is his baby. This is Yost Capito from Ford. Yost, tell me what a revo knuckle is and does.
The revo knuckle is really not that complicated. Normally on the normal McPherson suspension, you've got the strut and the wheel is turning around that strut with quite a long kingpin offset that is the axle, the distance between the middle of the wheel and the turning line that is the strut. So the revo knuckle is a two-piece part. One piece it's fixed to the strut, the other piece is fixed to the wheel, and the wheel is turning with this fixed part to it around the strut with the second part of the revo knuckle. It sounds complicated, it's very simple, and it goes very close to a double wishbone suspension, offer you much more freedom, and the main thing is reducing the kingpin offset by a long way, and with that taking most of the disturbances that get you in the steering through the forces that go through the wheel while braking and accelerating, and mainly if you have different conditions on the right and left wheel, get these out of the steering. And I think that's what you feel, that what you've never felt on the front wheel drive car before. No. It's a very solid part. It's a really mechanical part. So it's not with any electronic device taking torque off. It is a solid mechanical steel part that just reduces the arm where the force gets into the wheel, reducing the arm to get into the steering, because that's much shorter. So you know, when you have a double wishbone steering, you don't get any forces in there because the wheel is not turning around it, because the wheel is turning on its own. So with here we got very close to this, reducing this arm with the lengths, so that you still have the forces in the wheel, but you don't feel them in the steering because they don't get there.
Why haven't you done it before, and why hasn't anyone else done it before? Where did you discover this, and when?
I think it's always a good question why you've done it before. This is where technology goes, isn't it? And very much in the beginning of 2000, 2001, 2002, when the development of the really strong diesel engines came along, then you had to find solutions how you get front-wheel drive cars with high torque on the road without these disturbances in the steering that we are used to have. And through that development was that advanced engineering developed this revo knuckle. This is the first application because it takes a certain time from, say, you've defined a new technology until it gets really in production.
Do you think there is a limit, or now having discovered this revo knuckle technology, can you have 600 horsepower through the front wheels eventually, or 600 pounds-feet of torque?
Yeah, we haven't experienced it, but the principle works, whatever torque you put through the front wheels. Yeah. So with this, as you say, experience this torque in the RS, it's not limiting it, isn't it? You got the feeling the car can handle more, even, sure. And I'm sure it can handle more, but you know, the time will show how much more you can do.
Well, for the time being, I think you wouldn't really want much more out of this car. It delivers in spades. It's fantastic. Yost, thank you very much, mate.
Steve, thank you.